Oh, right. We have another game for you today, and this is a very interesting game because I played the Berber strat against this individual, Sam, and Sam told me, "Oh, that's a cool strat. I have a cool strat to show you. I'll play you 1v1." And I was like, okay, sure." So he wanted to show me a cool strat with Cumans, and I thought that could only mean one thing as we try and block this deer push over here. No, not Jeffrey, no. And Jeffrey does bite the dirt there. I was like, I can help. And that was a total lie. I was trying to mess Sam up. And the reason that I wanted to mess Sam up is because Sam is actually a relatively high elo player. He's about 1300 to 1400 elo, and he's going to be playing as Cumans. And he told me that he had a unique strategy for Cumans. So I'm thinking to myself, I wonder what he's going to go for. He's either going to go for a feudal TC drop, or he's going to go for a feudal double TC drop, or maybe he's going to go for some sort of a ram rush, or maybe a combination of a ram rush with a TC drop. So I kind of knew the importance of, well, picking Persians and getting military out early. I think if you know that your opponent is going to be rushing you, if you have 3 or 4 militia out, that is absolutely wonderful, and you can stop them in that manner. So we'll see how this all works out. Oh, scout for a scout. He's like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no is right, my friend. We're both up to feudal, and you can see the villagers are coming forward. Now, I was a little bit surprised when I watched this back for the first time because he actually only sent 9 villagers forward to drop this TC. And I don't think that that's a whole lot. You'll see that we're actually going to follow this barracks up. The reason that we built the barracks and not a stable or anything in that nature is because you can produce, obviously, military. And I thought he was going to be coming from this side, so I had my 3 militia ready over here already. I like the barracks play because you can produce the militia and then upgrade them to men-at-arms. We're also going to pop out an archery range, and my thinking behind the archery range was that if he drops a TC and he quick walls himself in, which, ooh, look at that engage over there. Sam is obviously very, very capable of, as a 1300 elo player, we can kind of snipe all the quick-walled villagers. That one village is going down, and now we're going to be chasing down these additional villagers, and Sam is having a really awkward time, even trying to quick wall over here, but that's not going to be working, and we just want to get military out. Doesn't matter if it's spears, if it's men-at-arms, whatever it is, just plop it out. More and more villagers are biting the dust, and I was feeling pretty good about the situation, but if you look at the overall vill count, it's actually even at this point. I guess we didn't produce villagers. It's like when you raid your opponent, you actually don't produce villagers at home. So we did manage to clear most of this up. I don't know if this villager, yeah, it looks like this villager is going to escape down here. And now we're just going to try and push this home. You want to meme the memer? It's easy when you know. When you expect the Cuman ram rush or the Cuman TC drop, if you just construct a little bit of military, it really does stop them in their tracks. Obviously, this would slow you down from getting a fast castle each time, but this was well worth. We are now up all of 3 villagers. Yeah, he missearched the map too. I definitely agree with that. If we look at Sam's perspective over here, we can see Sam's line of sight, and he kind of now knows where all this stuff is. But before, he really did not know. He does have that one sneak villager over here. And he's just YOLOing it. I love this about Sam. He's like, you know what? You do a strategy, you commit to this strategy. So he's bringing all the boys and all the girls 10, even more than the initial push. Oh, no, he's not. He's decided that he's going to be a boomer boy and boom at home to try and boom back into this game, which actually is quite feasible with Cumans. You will TC drop me. No, I would never meme you. I wouldn't meme you like that. Why would I ever TC drop you. So he thinks that I'm gonna TC drop him. So he's building all these little palisades over here. And I have to tell you something, guys. Those little palisades, they never stop anybody from TC dropping. I'm just saying, it really doesn't do anything. So we brought all of our military forward, all 5 military units. We're not constructing any additional military. And the reason for that, if we look at my income, is we're going to be trying to go for a fast castle behind this, even though we are not in great resource position. So we're going to convert into a whole bunch of farms. I knew that we had already done a whole bunch of damage, and I wanted to do something really memey. I wanted to not drop 1 TC on Sam. I didn't want to drop 2 TCs on Sam. I wanted to drop as many TCs as we possibly could. So we're still doing some harassment over here, trying to see if he's on the wood. No, he's not on the wood. See if he's on the berries. No, he's not on the berries. Sam is trying to boom back up. We're only ahead by about 5 villagers or so. He's actually constructing archers to try and deal with the jazz that we have thrown. But we are castle age. We are 22% of the way to castle, and Sam is nowhere near clicking up. And that's kind of what I figured, because he went for a 2 TC reboom. I figured that he would be booming like a madman. So you can actually see that the villager numbers are getting closer. But this gives us an opportunity to strike, especially at early castle, because he needs to repop into the game. Those 9 villagers, I think, did hurt him overall. Even though we were idle a little bit, it left us with more resources in the bank. And now it's our turn to send all the boys and all the girls forward. And we don't just send 9. We send 13 and a spearman. Is that a spearman? 13 and a spearman. That's how you do it, boys and girls. If you want a TC drop, you throw down 13 and a spearman. Normally I would actually send like 15 or 16 to drop a TC, but I figured we had a whole bunch of military over here, so I felt pretty confident that we could TC drop him without too much problems. And this is going to be kind of hilarious because he has all this farms around his base, and we're going to be able to just TC drop. I finally did the Persian castle age drop. And he's pulling everybody to try and stop this. But this is already quite a high percentage. And we also have our military here. That's exactly why we brought them. Now we just have to pull these guys back and keep preparing this town center in order to... Yep, and now garrison. Oh, lost 1. That's okay. Trying to engage over here, but we'll try and keep those as safe as possible. And we should actually win this TC fight. And he knows that we're going to win that TC fight. So Sam just pulls back all of his troops, and now he's coming forward. He's like, okay, you TC drop me, I TC drop you. I wonder if he's actually going to TC drop. I kind of forget what he did in this particular situation. So we have a TC war going on in the bottom, and now Sam is relocating to the top. Oh no, siege workshop. Rams are going to be coming out, and the score is still so close, and we're fighting here back and forth. I saw that he wasn't repairing it, so we're knocking it as well. Oh man, it's just messy stuff. We should really re-garrison these. Yep, re-garrison, throw them back to food, and run this around, run that around. We're just trying to make it as hard for him to deal with. We don't want to allow him to take any food as we just throw our military. Nope, trying to keep that alive to the best of our ability. As meanwhile, a ram rush is accumulating over here. The villagers are over here. I think he's waiting for his TC to go down and then to construct another TC over here. I would not be surprised if he did that. And you know what's better than a singular TC drop? A double TC drop. Sam, you haven't suffered enough. Let me drop another TC on your face. Oh, messy stuff. But man, did we have a good time doing this? And Sam was laughing and I was laughing. We were quite enjoying this game. By the end of the game, we had a good laugh about it as well. Even going to stone, he was on this stone and he actually lamed this stone. I can't make second TC? Question mark? You can, but you already have two TCs, so you have to let one of these TC go down in order for that to work. Oh, he deletes it. Wow, he deletes it so that he can build another TC over here. Yes, you cannot build another second TC. You can only build one additional TC as Cumans. You have to delete the other one. So now we're just like, oh yeah, we're making great progress over here. We're going to be dropping over here, and then we're going to drop over here, and then we're going to surround. So at this point, we have triple dropped Sam, and Sam is dropping a TC over here, and he's walled in. Look at this cheeky boy over here. I was completely unaware of this. So he's walled in these two villagers, so they're going to get absolutely murked right now. Glock! Glock! Oh, that's horrifying. And it's not quite in range. I think he should have actually placed it like over here so he's in range so that when these rams come out, they would actually be in range of that TC. Meanwhile, we're TC fighting over here. And I'm thinking to myself, probably want to drop another TC on him if at all possible. But where? I mean, we could probably get away with dropping one over here. I also want to take a close look over here to make sure that no additional rams are coming out. Oh, we went for up here. Okay, interesting. So at this point, we have quadruple dropped Sam with TCs. I'm not letting him get a single TC in. And this is actually great. I really do like double TC dropping, especially if you're in a TC war. And the reason that I like that is because it soaks up a lot of the damage. You have double the HP, obviously, and Persians already have additional HP. And you have a whole bunch more firepower. Can we garrison? Can we garrison? Can we please garrison? I guess we were kind of preoccupied with what's happening over here. So... So we're just going to drop this TC now with additional TCs because, you know, just TC drop. Could we have gone for knights? Could we have gone for anything else that is more logical? Yeah, absolutely, as this TC goes down now as well. And now we just have to worry about this ram push over here. There's firing going on, and we're going to garrison, 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 please, please, garrison, 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 poop. There we go. So at this point, it's 5 tuple, 6 tuple dropped. Poor Sam with TCs, and I think this TC might actually go down. We might ungarrison and try and smack some of these rams down, but this is really awkward. I also like how he positioned these rams because they're actually out of range from these additional TCs, so that makes it kind of tricky for me to deal with. He's also just starting farming eco over here. Yeah, you know, whatever. We don't need very much. Just a couple of farms. And this was awkward, man. I couldn't really engage against this. So do we go for the fight over here? But he can't really engage against 2 TCs either. So it's awkward all around. I mean, look at the map. Look at all these blue and purple dots down here. We actually stole all of Sam's farms. We were like, thank you for all of that wood investment. I mean, that's a lot of farms that we got over here. And let me just take a quick look. We stole 13 farms from poor Sam. And he did get that TC down, but you know what? It's fine. What do you do when they get your TC down? You get back up. This is the 7th TC that we've dropped in range of Sam's TC. And we're also trying to vil fight these rams as much as possible. He really committed to this strategy, which I really do enjoy. And look how close the score is. His score is actually above my score. And the villager number is actually in Sam's favor. Can Sam actually pull through with this? I was kind of worried at this point. And I thought to myself, you know what? Win or lose, it doesn't matter. I'm having an absolute blast. And he's coming with another TC on this side now. And I don't even know what to think at this point. It's such a roller coaster of emotions. And this TC is going to be going down. The 7th TC drop goes down. But once again, he can't really push this comfortably. We're going to take his TC down. It's a TC trade. And now I'm aware that he has a TC over here, so obviously we can't let that stand. And he can't really repair this, so this was great. This gave me just enough time, just enough opportunity to try and take this down. And this TC is actually, my starting TC is actually in range of his TC. So I don't know if that counts as a TC drop, but regardless, that's the 8th TC in range, and we are going for the construction of the 8th TC as well. He's totally occupied over here as we are slowly taking down his rams. We're trying to shoot down as many villagers as we possibly can, but that one's way too close, so we can't get that up. We have to retreat over there. I mean, it's just absolute chaos. We have idle villagers over here as well. The villager count is still pretty even, but we are now 5 ahead after all of that. I don't know how or what or why, but we can't let this stand, so we try and get that, but we can't because he has a TC. Oh my gosh, it's just super messy stuff. And this TC might actually go down. We actually have to delete this TC, but I don't think we have the APM, the actions per minute, to do that. I think that is actually going to get denied. Oh, delete, please, poop. Nope, too late. Too late, indeed. And we're trying to farm. We're trying to get the villager number count up, and 275 wood down the Drano. We also need significantly more stone at this point. We don't have enough stone for another TC, and it's really important in this strategy to keep dropping TCs, so we really need a whole bunch of TCs. So this TC is ranging this TC, this TC is ranging this TC. Meanwhile, we've kind of stabilized down here. This is now ours. Sam's base is ours. Ignore these guys, but Sam's base is ours, and we're going to be sending more villagers forward. I wonder what they're, oh yeah, of course, build the 9th TC in range of Sam. Man, this was such a crazy back and forth. I really did enjoy this game. I'm keeping track because I'm curious how many TCs did we actually drop. I'm hoping that we can reach 10. Now, this one I don't think we can really count, but this TC, I feel like it's okay to count that one because it was in range of one of his TCs, kind of a thing. But look at this ram rush. He still has tons of rams over here. We have like an awkwardly positioned archer. We didn't construct this archer since that initial push from Sam, and that's a lot of rams. We can't really have that sand. Now, this is great. I think we actually should have just put it right next to him, because this TC is already hurt. Now we're Vill fighting over here. He's shooting down my Vills. The villager count is still relatively even. We are within 6 of each other. And look at the score. My God. And we're trying to stop these rams, but now this TC is going to go down. We can't have this, so we have to run back over here. We're garrisoning over here. We're trying to get as many kills as we possibly can. TCs are going down everywhere. Oh, this was such a messy game, and once again, I probably should have just gone for knights, but what's the fun in that? This made for so much more of a messy game, for so much more of an absolute disaster. I love this so much. I really did enjoy this. Why did we build this TC over here? This TC is not in range. We cannot count this TC as part of a TC drop unless of course Sam builds a TC over here. He's running around. We have like a singular archer. Hunt him down with the singular archer. Get him. I think we built this TC to try and preserve our main TC over here. And now we are actually adding in some scouts. Yeah. I was actually kind of worried at this point because Sam and we were neck and neck in terms of score. And I figured if we have a couple of scouts just to snipe some of the, because I can't hunt these villagers down when I get the TC down. Oh my God, look at how many rams are over here. I figured if we get a couple scouts out, we'll probably be good. I don't think we needed 3 stables altogether, but the amount of rams over here. Fight. Yeah, we actually deleted one of those stables. It was not super duper necessary. So many rams. Oh, we had a stable over here. What's going on, Poop? Why didn't you just use this stable? That would have probably been useful. But that one was going to get rammed down. We knew that was going to get rammed down, so there was no need. Neck and neck score. I mean, this was such a crazy game. So we just got some scouts out just to try and snipe some of these rams because the rams were really becoming a nuisance. And guess what? You want to farm over here? Not in my house. Your rams are out of position. Your rams are out of position. And this is why you build two TCs right on top of each other to stop the rams from breaking down your TCs. He's trying to deny over here. He's sending his villagers forward as well. We should really be sending the scouts in, please. Why is this scout attacking a mining camp? We really need him forwards over here. Trying to take down as many of these rams as we possibly can. The scouts are doing serious work as well. And why not build the 11th TC over here? We are buying stone like a madman. And I think we actually ended up putting some villagers onto stone. Maybe over here or maybe over there. I don't know. It's just too chaotic to keep track of. But at this point, we have dropped 11 TCs on him. And he's dropping his TC on me. Oh, man, that's great. That's absolutely great. We couldn't count that one because this TC was not up. But, man, is this utter chaos for sure. We're trying to take out the Rams, prioritizing the Rams. This is actually, my starting TC has been in range of a TC over here and is now in range of a TC over here. It's absolute hilarity at this point. And now I kind of felt like we had this game in the bag, right? Maybe? I don't know. We're 500 up. If we look at the overall vills, yeah, we are up with 18 villagers. Yeah, we're feeling pretty good. And all of his eco is idle as well. We're constructing another TC, the 12th TC in range of his TC. I mean, you could honestly double count our starting TC. Our starting TC has been in range of so many TCs at this point. Can we please garrison? That would be favorable. And I think at this point, it's over because he can't really do very much, right? I mean, he can take down the market. He's constructing another TC? No, not in my house. We construct more TCs over here. Oh, man, the hilarity of it all. So many TCs constructed, destructed, restructed. And we can't produce out of all of these TCs. These TCs are just for shooting purposes. And this scout doing so much work. Adding just 3 scouts has made all of the difference. Literally all of the difference. And now it's looking bad. Why not? 14, sure. 14. We're going to garrison over here. We're not going to let this TC go down at this point. 14 TCs constructed. And I think we actually have enough resources for one more. Can we get one more TC drop over here? Can we make it a nice 15? He might actually take this down at this point, to be honest with you. And not all of these are garrisoned completely correctly. Well, only one of them wasn't TC correctly. And sure, yeah, drop it. Drop another one. Surround him with TCs. There weren't enough TCs already, and now it's getting worse and worse for Sam. I mean, these Rams are even getting shot down by the TCs eventually. And wow, these guys are perfectly out of range. I do really appreciate it. He's repairing these guys. We're like, okay, well, let's do some farming eco over here. Why not? What a crazy game. I really enjoyed this game so much. And I know it's coming to an end over here because I think Sam calls the GG at some point here. I mean, I probably would. At this point, you're down like 30 plus villagers. But man, was it a roller coaster ride. And I was very concerned. Get out of my game, TCs! And he's still producing rams. He's like, ram everything down. We must ram. Stop it. Oh, man. He's getting shot from 2 sides. Oh, he's laughing. I'm laughing. We're having a great time. Funny. Yeah, it was quite funny. He was like, are you going to TC drop me? No, we're not going to TC drop you. We're going to 16 TC drop you. And that's the GG indeed. What a game. What a game. When have you ever seen 16 TC drops in Arabia? Oh, man. I had such a good time with Sam. And I mean, I was only able to cheese and to meme so hard because obviously I stopped his memery very, very early on, but he was still very much in the game, especially because I was memeing so hard. It would have actually been great if he took down all of my TCs and made me look like a fool. I think I would have enjoyed that very much so as well. More wood collected, more gold collected from Sam. And yeah, thanks for walking. Yeah, you can see really that beginning push, and then we were just able to get the castle, whereas he wasn't. And then we could use our TCs. We really didn't produce a whole lot of military. I felt like if I built military, we would just end the game. I only built a couple of scouts, 3 scouts, I think, at the end, and that was a plenty. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for walking. I hope you enjoyed this really stupid and crazy and funny game. Poop Lord, out.